Also, I've been very consistently using this grenade launcher pistol thing, this one-handed grenade launcher, and so I haven't been using the machine gun, which seems to be the primary weapon because it's the first thing equipped when you start a match. Also, when you start a match, you're always in first person, even if you use the quick key, which I believe is X, yeah, there it is, to switch to third person mid-match. Third person seems to have helped me gain a bit more awareness of my placement for movement, for like platforming, I guess, for making sure I'm skiing, controlling where I contact hills on the up or downhill, and for jetpacking up hills so that I can ski down them. Doesn't seem to affect aiming too much. Since there's not like iron scopes. Oh, I should have switched to my grenade launcher there. I would have had it. So, third person is just sort of a personal preference. Doesn't seem to be a really important or game-changing difference. I've found that often the flag carriers will go kind of in a straight line or a very elongated curve for a while. So they have a tendency not to zigzag a lot, rather go in like circles sort of thing around the map. So sometimes you can cut them off and catch up with them even if you're a little slower. Especially with so many players on the map, they're not necessarily watching just where you're headed and just to avoid you. Even though hitting opponents with this weapon was really tough at first, you really do get used to it after not too long. Again, I don't play a ton of games competitively like this. I'm starting to get into them more and more. And so the learning curve may seem next to nothing for some of you that play learn a lot of new games often, or may seem like a pretty sharp learning curve if you play almost no games and are learning this for the first time. But at least with the community that's online right now, this has been pretty easy to learn for me. And that may be often the case if I played more games closer to when they came out too. Communities have a tendency to disappear when, you know, a newer thing comes out and everyone's playing that. But I just can't afford those $60 games, especially when you know, pre-order bonuses are just sort of uninteresting to me. They're usually like character skins that don't really affect your performance, or they're things that I really feel like should just be in the game if they're going to be in the game, and often are things that wasted. What was I saying? There are also often things that end up being in the Game of the Year edition, or the, you know, gold or collectors or special edition on Steam or whatever a year or two later anyway. So I don't know what of the starter pack that I explained, that I mentioned earlier, I can just earn on my own, and what of it is really unique to purchasing that pack specifically. Getting killed.